and perhaps pony housing subsidies and that sort. But these are all very important issues. I mean, once we've established pony-based debt, we can totally create pony credit default swaps and AAA bond markets, and we can have a huge, huge pony bubble in the economy. And we all know that bubbles are great in the economy at that time. And this bubble, however, will be reinforced and steel-belted and last forever. Thank you. I'm Vermin Supreme.
Yes.
Said that with confidence.
Yeah, you just say it with confidence.
Nice.
He makes it very clear that, of course, and I appreciate that he will promise you whatever you want whatever your electoral heart wants, and because he has no intention of keeping all of his promises. So,
I gotta say though, Thurman, Jesse Ventura is gonna be out to get you because you're going after the same breed.
I look forward to the grudge match. He's a little crickety. He's a little creaky. I'm a little creaky. He might have a few pounds on me, but I look forward to taking him on the ring. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
And Jesse's a former SEAL, that does matter.
No, I'm a former herring, sir. I was a tadpole once. It does matter, but you don't know what I keep under that boot, sir, do you? No, you don't. And nobody will until me and Jesse are in the ring, and then the world will find out what is under my boot.
I'm just afraid of the boot as it is.
Well, while we're seeing an influx of libertarian people, clamoring to find candidates that they think they can support, out in the real world of politics, regardless of whether the state has any real sense of being. Still, libertarians think they have a stake in the game of politics. Mm-hmm. Now, that being said, the fraction of those people that could make a difference is minute. It's a heartbeat.
And those are my voters, sir. Those are my supporters. Yes, sir. It's where the right and the left meet, where there's hopelessness, where there's disillusionment. Oh, yes,
this is when you're out giving away candy tomorrow with Rand, and you may make mention to him that this is the people that he would be going after too, So why, why is he so concerned with that element? Move on, Rand. Just move on. Why even play to that base? I would make that statement to him. Be clear about it.
You think he should cut his libertarian ties and proceed and take over the Republicans?
He should just take over. I don't think he needs to take over. I think he's already there. I think that's what he is.
But you believe he'd be a much stronger candidate without catering to the perceived fringe, perhaps?
Well, I think why pander, because that's what he's doing, to the libertarians and the anarchists that are looking for somebody to have a voice out there that would makes any sense in this god awful tragedy we live in, the human tragedy. But that being said, he's much better off just being a mainstream Republican, maybe even joining the rhinos and the neocons.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should just go full bore and go join them and be done with this Ron Paul people. Be done with these Ron Paul people. Just leave them aside. And nothing but they're hindering his progress in the political world, I think.
I see. Very good. Yeah. I like it. I didn't get it at first, and then I got it. I like that.
I don't know. That might maybe you're working in his favor. He wants to get. I mean, right now he's working with the Republicans to make the libertarians, the anarchists, the Ron Paul people, think they have a chance and distract them from wanting a pony. Is what it really. Yeah. That's what he's really doing. That's what I think.
Yes, I will see. I will see if he is soft on plaque. As far as I can tell, and as far as I know, I am the only candidate who has released their dental records. I'm not afraid of sharing my dental records. Is Rand soft on plaque? Yeah. We shall see. Where did you stand on the free pony program? We shall see. I mean, it's very interesting. So some higher ups in the Rand Paul campaign have suggested that I might not be entirely welcome at the event tomorrow. We shall see. It's very interesting.
Well, I wonder what kind of candy is going to be given away at this event too. You know.
Well, I think we got some sweeties. I think there's like some blow pops. Hold on, let me check this stuff out, man. Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
It's
I've got super.
It's genetically modified. It's all genetically modified. So you're going out there and you're poisoning these children.
Hells yeah. Well, it's not for the children. They can't vote. It's for the grown-ups. And looks like I got some jawbreakers, and we got the blow pops and the bubble pops, and all sorts of candy. It's like a piñata. The Milford Town Hall is going to look like a piñata explosion tomorrow. Let me tell you, there's going to be candy everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope you videotape this. I make sure. Because I really want to see how the Paul campaign would react to this, and
I've got a new I've got a slogan for the campaign. If you're entertain the thought for a moment.
Yes, sir.
Just entertain it.
I'm
entertained. And you can call it the New Deal. You know, the New Deal. This is
Would
it.
You spell it N-U?
Yeah. Well, why not? And
the New Deal.
You could substitute the new for the pony. You know, in some cases.
How about the Neo Deal? No. What about the Neo Deal?
Well, you could do that too because it's the same. It's all the same boat that they're floating on, regardless of whether they're Democrat or Republican. Well, they promote the same policies. Right? So, therefore, it doesn't matter what new they're on. They're riding into town on.
Yeah, so true. And, of course, April 19th is coming right up, and that's a very near and dear date to my heart. For me, it is Kidney Day. It will be the 8th anniversary of the day that I gave my kidney to my mother, who needed it. And has Rand Paul given his mother a kidney or his father a kidney or anybody a kidney for that matter? I don't know. I'm just saying. Just saying.
He should give. I'd give Rand Paul's mom a kidney. She's a nice lady.
He's giving a lot of eyesight out there, though. He's out there giving away eyesight.
Oh yeah,
he's
too. That is.
Yeah, he is.
Optimally.
So as I try to do with every presidential candidate, want to get the real them. So let's try to get to the real Vermin Supreme here. So
well, if I could share with you, let me read a moment here from my new novella, and it's called Blueprint for a New America, A Cautionary Tale. And it is what life will be like in the future, several generations after a Supreme presidency. And so this is forward in the future, looking backwards. This is from a history book. There were harsh political realities when President for Life Vermin I took office. At the time of his ascent to the White House, there were over 300 million Americans in America's previous borders. At the time, there were only 200,000 ponies in the whole country. It was a recipe for civil unrest. Those were not just political realities. Those were realities. There was a very stark choice to be made. On the table, would it be the mass execution of some 299,700,000 Americans in order to achieve proper pony human parity, or something else? It is certainly true that such a mass execution would create jobs. It would also lessen the country's dependence on foreign oil. It would be good for the environment. Although there were some drawbacks to consider, mostly they were merely questions of ethics and public relations. During this time of widespread civil unrest, all options were on the table. The dental high command was put on high alert. The dental re-education camps were readied. Homeland Dental Security coordinated with the nation's dental police departments. The militarization of America's dental police forces had been a great idea that was about to pay off in lower incidence of gum disease nationwide. There were riots in the streets of numerous cities. Pulsating water-pick cannons knocked riders off their feet and knocked the plaque right off of their teeth. The population was demanding their ponies that were nowhere in sight. It was a time of heightened international tensions. No one would have blamed Tyrant Supreme if he had ordered the National Dental Guard to carry out a full-scale massacre of the civilian population. It was high time, actually. The veneer of civility that had protected Americans from such real political unrest for quite some time was wearing thin. The quaint and oft-repeated notion that it can't happen here was truly just a lack of imagination. It did not help at all that recently installed dictator forever, Vermin Supreme, was completely and utterly insane. Yes, your question, sir? What was it? No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yes. That was just beautiful.
That was a mouthful. That was quite a bit. But let me ask you.
That's from the novella. That'll be out.
Let me ask you this. Now that we're seeing these stark, drastic situations across America, especially in the West, with water being just sucked up into the atmosphere and never coming back. We're seeing reservoirs dry, and now we have a governor that says it's okay to frack and do all these other things. Well, but you can't take a shower. A shower.
Well, I've been working on a.
How would you handle a situation where, given that you would need water, water would be required, for the toothbrushes?
That's true. I can say this, that I am working on a special formula fracking fluid that is fluoridated and comes in 3 delicious flavors with vitamins. It will still light on fire coming out of your tap, but it will be delicious and healthy for you. Thank you. I'm Vermin Supreme. The chemtrails, of course, they're going to be rainbow-colored, and so no one will ever complain when they see the chemtrails because they will be so pretty. Thank you. I'm Vermin Supreme.
Awesome. That does take a load off, doesn't it, Ben?
Yeah. So some of these issues that you're bringing up and you're handling them with precision. I have to admit.
The future is ours. It is a horrible, bleak,
you may be changing my view.
It is ours. Thank you, sir.
You may be changing my view on voting per se.
You,
Coming back.
I do my best. I have found myself a very interesting little space. I've created this little crack in the wall, and I've been hammering at it for quite some time. And it seems that my sphere of people who are, think it's funny or are inspired by it is growing to respectable numbers. And I'd like to say that it is a real campaign because it does occur in the real world. Also, in the New Hampshire primary 2012, I came in third to Obama on the Democratic